Hello everyone, welcome back to Kainat Rana worldview. Today we're diving into an age-old question about our planet's oceans. Do the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans truly meet? Or is there something unique about their boundary that makes them separate? You've likely seen viral videos online showing what looks like a visible line where these two giant oceans touch but don't mix. But what's really going on beneath those waves? Location and size of the oceans. First, let's set the stage. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean on Earth, stretching between the Americas on the east and Asia and Oceania on the west. Covering approximately 165 million square kilometers, it's almost as vast as all the land on Earth combined, with an average depth of about 4,280 meters. Then, we have the Atlantic Ocean, which is the world's second largest ocean, spanning 107 million square kilometers. It's slightly shallower than the Pacific, with an average depth of 3,246 meters. And between them, an invisible yet fascinating divide. Do the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans actually mix? So, do the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans mix? The short answer is yes, they do. Unlike what some viral videos suggest, the Pacific and Atlantic aren't separated by an actual physical barrier. In reality, Earth's oceans are part of a single, interconnected global water system, with currents constantly mixing the waters across different regions. The Atlantic and Pacific Oceans have a continuous exchange of water, heat, nutrients, and marine life. What makes each ocean unique? Despite this mixing, each ocean has its own unique characteristics. For instance, did you know that the Atlantic Ocean is saltier than the Pacific? This happens because the Atlantic loses more water to evaporation due to its climate, while the Pacific has a higher inflow of fresh water from rivers. This difference in salinity is one reason why oceanographers can distinguish between the two bodies of water, even if they do mix. And in specific places, the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans have different colors and temperatures, creating that stunning but misleading illusion of separation. Where exactly do they meet? Now, let's talk about where these two giants actually meet. The primary meeting point is at Cape Horn, located at the southernmost tip of Chile in South America. Here, the powerful Antarctic circumpolar current sweeps through, moving water from the Pacific into the Atlantic at incredible speeds. And for any ship navigating this area, the experience can be treacherous. High winds and fierce waves make the waters around Cape Horn one of the most dangerous passages in the world. Before the construction of the Panama Canal, this was the only way to travel by sea between the Pacific and Atlantic, making it infamous among sailors for its unforgiving waters. The viral video misconception. You've probably seen those viral videos claiming to show the exact line where the Pacific and Atlantic meet without mixing. In these videos, one side of the water appears dark, while the other is a lighter, almost milky shade. The truth is, these videos don't actually show the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans at all. They're from the Gulf of Alaska, where glacial meltwater, rich in sediment, meets the salty ocean. The distinct colors are due to the sediment-rich freshwater being less dense and flowing on top of the darker, saltier ocean water. Over time, however, eddies and currents do eventually blend them together. The science behind ocean mixing. Now let's dig a bit deeper into the science of why oceans mix. The ocean's currents play a massive role here. Driven by wind, Earth's rotation, and differences in water temperature and salinity, these currents circulate water around the globe. Warm water from the equator moves toward the poles, while cold water from the poles moves toward the equator. This process, known as thermohaline circulation, keeps ocean water in constant motion, even between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The role of salinity and temperature. Salinity and temperature play a crucial role in how these waters behave when they meet. The Pacific's lower salinity allows fresh water to flow more easily, while the Atlantic's saltier water is denser. When they come together at places like the Drake Passage near Cape Horn, these differences contribute to the powerful mixing and turbulent conditions in the region. Even though these oceans mix, the differences in their properties are what create the striking visual contrast seen in specific areas. Why is it important to understand ocean mixing? Why should we care about how the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans mix? This mixing isn't just a fascinating phenomenon, it's essential for life on Earth. The movement of water across oceans helps regulate the planet's climate. It redistributes heat, controls weather patterns, and supports ecosystems by circulating nutrients. Without this continuous mixing, the planet would experience extreme temperatures, and life as we know it would be vastly different. Debunking the myths, the real picture of ocean boundaries. So, the idea of two distinct oceans that don't mix is more of a visual illusion and a bit of a myth. While these viral videos are mesmerizing, they simplify a complex reality. In the end, there's no clear dividing line between the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans, just a complex interplay of currents and a subtle dance of water properties that our eyes interpret as boundaries. Closing thoughts. In conclusion, the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans are part of one large, interconnected ocean system, constantly mixing and supporting life on Earth. Next time you see a stunning video of two unmixing oceans, you'll know the science behind the illusion. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into Earth's natural wonders, don't forget to subscribe to Kainat Rana Worldview and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay curious.